The comments from Akiraco K. Shiroi. Hello, Boichi sensei! I'm a mangaka from Italy. Hello, nice to meet you. The manga masters I admire are you and Oda-sensei. You are the best. Oh no, you're too kind. I feel embarrassed. I'm not the best. I still have a long way to go. If I ever go to Japan, I'd like to meet both of you. I'm currently facing some financial difficulties. Perhaps I might have to give up manga in a few years. I feel hesitant to ask such a question here, but I hope my wish can reach you, Boichi sensei. If I have an opportunity, I'd love to visit Japan to meet you and learn from the great masters. I'm sorry, I can't speak Korean. You don't need to speak Korean. If you can speak Japanese, you can converse in Japanese and write comments anytime you want. Boichi, bravo! Greetings from Italy. Yes, thank you for your comment and love and support. I understand that you're experiencing some financial difficulties, and it's always a significant issue for everyone. I've faced many financial difficulties as well. I made my debut as a mangaka in Japan back in 2004. In 2005, I began serializing Space Chef Caesar in Monthly Comic Gum. Debuting with an adult manga magazine and transitioning to monthly serialization in a boys manga magazine, I began serializing Sun Ken Rock in 2006 in Young King magazine for young adults. Even though I released numerous works and worked diligently from 2004 to 2006 in Japan, I still encountered financial difficulties. Creating Japanese manga involves a lot of expenses. I knew it would be costly, but it ended up being even more than I thought. That's because, at that time, I was living in Korea, and I had to visit Japan for editorial meetings whenever they were necessary. So, after these meetings in Japan, I have to return to Korea to continue working. So, if new chapter in my manga that needs really detailed backgrounds, like the Japanese towns and streets, I need to conduct research in Japan and then return to Korea. I can't speak Japanese, so I had to hire an interpreter to come with me, which added to the expenses. That's how it goes. It takes up a ton of time too. And I also did a lot of side jobs in Korea that I could quickly finish. Of course, those side jobs were also related to manga. Even though I tried to cover the losses by working quickly and earning money in Korea while working on Japanese projects, I still ended up with significant deficits. I moved to Japan in March 2007, and until then, I had incurred a whopping deficit of 5 million yen. 5 million yen. Despite my attempts to cover it through work in Japan from 2004 to 2007, this was still a substantial amount. Even when the first and second volumes of Sun Ken Rock were released in the market during that time, and royalties came into my account, it still wasn't sufficient to make a significant impact. By then, all the savings I had managed to put aside had completely run out. I kept working, but there wasn't a single penny left in my bank account, nor any money in my pocket. I gathered with my staff, and we all realized we had no money. Of course, there were payment days when page rates came in because my work continued. But until then, how were we supposed to keep working? Studio maintenance fees, electricity bills, and etc. How were we supposed to live? Even rice ran out at that time. Why not try cleaning, I said. So we tried cleaning. I'm calling it cleaning, but it's more like scavenging for coins. I used to have this thing where I'd just leave coins lying around, scattered all over. I don't do it anymore, but yeah, back then, I definitely did. Why do I leave coins lying around? Well, you never know, right? They might come in handy someday. When we finished cleaning the studio, we managed to gather about 1,400 yen in coins alone. With that money, I was planning to buy instant ramen, but the shop near me had a sale on Japanese somen noodles. So I bought them in bulk and managed to have noodles for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a week. It was tough until the royalties from book sales came in, but we managed to get by. That's how it was. In the case of mangaka like us, we often find ourselves facing more financial difficulties when working. If someone can't pursue their passion for manga due to financial constraints, I believe it's a matter of personal choice, and it's not something I can intervene in. However, if you're determined to continue with manga despite financial difficulties, it requires wisdom and know how to navigate through them. I think it's a good perspective to have. In those moments of financial difficulty, when you love manga work and have worked hard on them, but find yourself struggling financially, those moments of crisis could potentially become your opportunity if you manage to overcome the hardships. While I have been working as a mangaka in Japan, I've seen many Korean mangakas working in Japan, and I've seen many of them giving up on their work in Japan due to financial difficulties. I thought to myself, if they could overcome that hurdle, if they could conquer it, I believe there could be positive outcomes. They said they can't continue working in Japan due to financial difficulties, but I believe if they just overcome that obstacle, and then, right after that difficult moment, isn't that when good things are most likely to happen? That's what I believe. I mentioned that I did a lot of side jobs while working in Japan, right? You see, in manga work, even afterwards, while still working in Japan, there were occasional financial difficulties. But there was one very important method for overcoming all these financial challenges, and that was this instinct. Draw as quickly as you can. Drawing quickly allows you to overcome countless problems. Drawing quickly means there might be various interpretations of what drawing quickly means, but the point is this. How quickly can you draw a page? How quickly can you finish a manga manuscript? There might be a chance to explain this in detail someday. But if you can draw manga quickly, you can send it to a publisher quickly and earn some money. Even if you work and work but the income is low, if you can draw quickly, you can draw a lot and make a lot of profit. I think drawing quickly is incredibly important. It may sound a little weird and not much help, but I hope you can stay strong. Thank you for sharing your comment. Keep it up.